Okay, so this camera is 17 years old. And the type of memory card this uses, oh, this is the wrong one. This is the one that might work. I don't know. I'm hoping it's just the memory cards and it's not the camera. I'm still sick, if you didn't realize. Mentally, I'm groggy. I don't know. It's my last day of like Uber Eats new member thing, so I don't know if I might go on there and order something else to eat. Okay, so this is the here it is. This is a Nikon D700. So this one I had set up to a tripod, and I would take pictures of like breeches and things on it. And it was good because I could use non-flash. It needs to be held really still, and you get the most true to life picture. But this might be the only camera I have left now that works. And this is the type of memory card that it uses right here. So this is 2008 technology. This was like really good back in the day. So let's see if this one works. Here's the new memory card, much smaller, lightweight. I actually don't like how flimsy this is, so both of these are not working. And I have two other Nikons that are like this, but a few years newer. This is the older one, which is, this probably weighs about 3 pounds, so it's like you're lifting, this arm is really sore since I'm sick. I was sick and I was like, reorganizing and picking up some messes. Now this arm has been really sore for a few days. But anyways, this camera weighs like 3 pounds. So you can see it's physically larger than the newer ones and it's slower. But I think for my application using it without flash on a tripod, it was probably better. But it has a specific lens that does not zoom, and it was designed for that. So if I like want to run backwards and forwards all day, then maybe I can still use this, but I don't think it has video on it. I was able to take video on these newer ones, so I'm really hoping that it's just, see this one, look how lightweight it is. This was like 2.1 pounds. Since this one is 2.1 pounds, it's really lightweight after holding the older one. But see there's the memory card comes out here. And the batteries are similar on both of them. So I'm hoping that one of these cameras isn't damaging my cards, but it probably wouldn't have anything to do with that. So I went through and recorded evidence, so it's either the Kingdom of Darkness or God doesn't want me to do that. I was like, right before I got sick, I was like getting on the ball, and I had a whole list of things I was going to do. And so then I laid back, and I kind of relaxed for a couple weeks when I was sick, and I stopped going to the gym. They probably threw away my stuff in the locker. And, yeah, so then I kind of like got motivated and I started picking up and cleaning my house a little bit. There was just stuff like, you know, when people break your house and you have no way to get it fixed, like I lost motivation and maybe it's not necessarily that. It's just that no matter what I did, it didn't work. So I had to stop because I was wasting my time and my effort for nothing. And so I thought, you know what, it's 2025 now. So I went up and I tidied stuff up. Now my arm's really sore. I did quite a lot of work. And then I started to take evidence to get on the ball. And then both of my memory cards stopped working. So I did hear a bunch of cars zooming past my house. And there's always cars going up and down that street. But there's a certain noise, like there's a sound to the vehicle that my ex-narc would drive. Like there's a way he would rev his car and accelerate it, and it had a very specific sound, which I recognize. Now, I'm not afraid of him at all. He's actually afraid of me, which is why his mommy won't let him even meet with me unless she's there too. Like, this is how afraid of me they are. I haven't spoken to them in months. Like, their attempts to try to get me, I guess, was telling my father, and then my father to let me know that he was engaged or something. I don't know if he's, maybe they broke up now, I don't know. But, like, that was supposed to hurt my feelings. And then I'm like, okay, whatever. And I didn't care. And he kept saying it, like he was trying to share the news with me, so I'd feel like bad and have my feelings hurt. And I didn't. And then I just kept talking about like the normal stuff. And so he actually failed at his mission. It was kind of funny. So I'm saying is they are too afraid to even talk to me. But I heard a sound, like the revving of the engine, going past my house like 10 times yesterday. And it sounded like my damn narc. And normally people, they'll speed up and down this road, but they don't sound like that. I've been living here for almost like a year now. I know what the cars sound like, and they zip past here. I kept hearing a vehicle that sounded like my ex-narc's car. And that happened the day that these memory cards stopped working. Remember, the devil's only allowed to do what God allows him to. So I know there's some type of scramblers, and there's like, I didn't look this up. I didn't look this up before recording the video. But there's types of technologies you can use that will fry memory cards. And I know that because even magnets will mess these up. So, some type of EMF device, and maybe that's why I'm feeling so bad. It really could be because they probably got monitoring spirits. I'm always finding weird bugs that shouldn't be alive in January, and they're in my house. So, they're probably spying on me, saw that I was recording a lot of evidence, and then God allowed them to destroy it. Because apparently, like, however my home is going to be repaired is not going to be going and getting a lawyer. And it's not going to be the normal way of setting up a case, which I could do, but I'm trying to get evidence on how much money to ask for. I need to have evidence in order to get a settlement. And so I try to get that evidence. I spent a long time doing it. And then both of the memory cards, and these weren't even purchased in the same day. I think one was purchased like a couple years after the other. So this is obvious tampering. And then I was recording other evidence like 6 months ago, and then they both stopped working and needed to be reformatted. Well, this time I reformatted them, and they're still not working. So I hope there's nothing wrong with my cameras. I hope there's nothing wrong with my cameras, and they're still working, because I used to have a 770. And I've had these cameras for over 10 years, so 777 is my number. So this is the old heavy D700. It has no zoom lens on it, but it still probably works. I'm going to test that out. And then here is, what? Oh, this is a 610. This is a 610. 6 plus 1 is 7. And then I have a D7000 over there. So the 610 and the 7000 are newer. They're the ones that take the flash cards. Both of them stopped working. And this was yesterday, after I recorded evidence. I actually stopped and I did something I'd been putting off for months. And so obviously everything in my entire life is recorded and watched. I'm going to make a separate video so this doesn't go too long. But I did record. I recorded on the webcam since I don't have another camera to take a picture, which I could have done previously. It was showing up on the back here in the display. Card is damaged, could not be used. And then up here, you could see that if you look closely. It says card error when I try to use it. So I'm going to see how much these cards cost. Possibly order some food and get back with you guys.